Yeah. I'm from the middle finger. I'm from the east side. Yeah. Shit. It's still on. Yeah. Brick City. Yeah. Licks. All that shit. Sticks. All this shit.
Yes, people, welcome back to another stream on the channel. This is your Game Week 32 preview. And yeah, we're live. We're going to preview some games this weekend. Talk about some results yesterday. And yeah, I'm going to just introduce the panel. We're expecting quite a busy panel today, but yeah, we're expecting a Fulham fan to join as well. And yeah, let's just start adding the panel. We've got a co-host, Manny himself. How you doing, Manny?
Yeah, all good, Arist, all good. Just looking forward to a good stream and should be fun. A lot to talk about, obviously, and I would like to go on record and say that I am sorry for you and the other Manchester United fans who saw that. Not nice to be on the receiving end of that, but it was a terrific game for the neutral. And it just goes to show that, you can never take winning and losing for granted, especially in such circumstances.
Yeah, man. I mean, football can be a crazy game, hey, so it is what it is. But, we'll see what happens. But next guest, it is Stepsy himself. How you doing, Stepsy?
Yeah, very well, yeah. Football is a very cool and very challenging game.
Stepsy's been there. He's been there before, so...
I've been there before many a time.
Listen, today's stream, I am not hiding, so I'm going to see how it is. But
you're holding up pretty well, Horace, to be fair.
Thank you, mate.
Hi, Manny, as well.
Yep, Horace and Manny's just fan. Next to, first of all, we've got Hanno himself. How you doing, Hanno?
I'm good, Horace. I thought it was going to be a very... I thought I would be dead. Like, let's just flat energy and everything. And the game was late. Like, finished what? Quick math. About.
Yeah, your Wi-Fi is. I was going to say, I know, man.
I think it was about the time difference. I think it finished around about 12 for him.
11:59.
Yeah, see.
Hello.
I'm back.
And you keep phrasing, buddy.
Okay, I'm back. So if we didn't win that game, it would have been a catastrophe. But luckily, we did win.
I mean, only here because Chelsea won, to be honest. So yeah, because if
maybe not.
Joe, how you? First time on my channel, I believe. So yeah, a bit up to you.
I believe so. Yeah, I think it's my debut here. So thank you for having me on.
No worries, man. No worries. Yeah, and we also have another debut Fulham fan. Name is Theo. How you doing?
Hello, mate. You all right?
Yeah, not bad, man. Not bad.
I'm good. You?
No, yeah.
I'll be good if Fulham wins tomorrow. That's for sure. After that awful performance on Tuesday.
I mean, I could say the same thing, but we've got flipping Liverpool, so we're going to get battered 4-0. But anyways, I'll go on to that later. But yeah, I mean, just to run off last night, yeah.
Legendary stuff, eh?
I don't think I was like putting that up there.
Well, if he can take it off, I'll put it back for him.
I'll let the Chelsea fans go first because I already had my.
No. You got the last talk. No, talk freely, alright. Come on. Fair
no, you had a lot to say on the stream when you won. So come on, share it with all of us.
Go on, share your thoughts.
Just a madness, to be honest. Like, towards the end of the game, I was just watching, hoping I can get a draw. That last 8 months, I was just like watching because I don't think we would win. I'm just like, can we scrape a goal to get a to get a draw out of us. And funny enough, we got that. But yeah, Diego Dalot, best right back in the league.
Bold statement.
Yeah, fantastic right back. Yeah, also, so yeah, I think, of course, a penalty. I think the second one was, but the first one was. I think maybe a bit of billions was spent on that decision made from the referee. So yeah, but no, it was a good result. If we would have lost that game, it would have been so dead for me, because it's again another disappointment, another awful performance. It's just drained the energy out of me. I don't know what Joe feels there.
Joe's just smiling away. He's loving it.
No, just my take of it. I think we were 2-0 up, in control. Then Casado thought, you know what, I'll do like a ball, which is like a dangerous sort of ball, and obviously United capitalise on it. I just think to myself, I don't think he's living up to that price. However, we all know he's not worth that much. And just pass it to Petrovic. You know what I mean? Just don't play it. Don't gamble. Or kick it out kick out for a throw in. Let's do something. And then after that, I think United came at us more, got the belief, and obviously it was good goals from both, like the play from Bruno and the Garnacho's second one. I thought that was really good from Anthony, dare I say it. And then after that, United took off Garnacho, and I felt like, I said to my dad, I was like, I can see a draw coming here. I wouldn't expect to win, but I expected a draw as soon as they took Garnacho off. But yeah, that's my thing, of my opinion. I still think Potts still needs to develop more about it, more man management. And it would surprise me that we struggle against Sheffield United in our next game.
I don't know if you guys saw my Instagram story. So those who did, of course, I tagged Rest and Sophia in it, and Sophia responded with Karma, and I was like, I wouldn't be surprised, because we've got, I reckon, of course, I won't reveal my prediction, but I don't know if we get a positive result against Sheffield, because I can't see us going there and getting a draw, or they sneak a win somehow. So yeah.
To be fair, I watched Sheffield United Liverpool last night, and Liverpool went 1-up, obviously. Sheffield United hit back eventually, but then they sort of got the goal, and they sort of went back into a shell a bit, and then obviously we all know Liverpool could step up a few gears, but they stepped up, and as soon as Liverpool scored a second, Sheffield United just fell apart. I can't see you losing to Sheffield United, really, because you'll be on a high after that win, and Sheffield United are not Man United, so I can't see you conceding many goals. So even if you concede one, I just think after that win, it's put you in the top half of the table. You're a point off ninth place now, so there's always a chance, if you put a run together now, you could be one of them surprise stories that make Europe.
Yeah, definitely, because we are 5 points off United. They play Liverpool. We've got Newcastle against Fulham. Also play Brighton, so Brighton are 9th, so that takes points off Brighton most likely. If Fulham can do us a favour and beat Newcastle, that's points of Newcastle. Who else is playing? That's around us. Wolves are playing West Ham. Both teams close to each other. A draw would be suitable for us. So, yeah.
Yeah, we know it's not in your hands. It's other teams have to do you a favour around.
Yeah,
If you do your job, you're halfway there.
Definitely.
Isn't it? So if you hold up your end, you just hope other teams can do you a favour as well.
Yeah. and I think European success I'm banking on the FA Cup one. So yeah.
Well, I guess it's Europe straight away if we win that. So
Ah, nah, that comments is a lead. We need to pin that, or else we need to pin this. Yeah, we do help.
some
Small
teams
teams.
help a lot.
Yeah, we do like helping out small teams. Yeah, we do. Unfortunately, we just didn't have enough hands to help out United yesterday. Unfortunately, otherwise we would have helped that small team as well last night. But we just didn't have enough hands to hold all the bread for ourselves and give it away. Unfortunately, we dropped some breadcrumbs.
But yeah, my thoughts, my quick thoughts, and then we'll move on to the next game because we've got so many games to predict.
Before you go, 10 into the day I die.
For me, I think the subs costed the game for me. I'm sorry, but you did not take Hoyland off and you bring Rashford on.
Yeah.
You don't take Customer off and you bring McTominay on. It just doesn't know how it works. It just doesn't work, really. I already said it last night. Say again here, this guy needs to go, really. I think at the end of the season, I think there needs to be a meeting, part ways with him and get another manager because I'm sick to death of this guy making poor substitutions, right? And I get the fact that I've been saying online that obviously post Fergie's not been good, our manager's not been good post Fergie, but look, I can accept that some of the players needs to go as well, which is correct. Some of these players do need to go, but then again, we brought in Tanog because before he's going to be a coach, right? Because I actually did obviously good things, right? Because the only reason why we appointed him is the fact that we thought he was going to be able to coach these players and play the football that he did with Ajax. But now what I'm seeing is I'm not seeing anything really. There's no style of play. It's hoofball. And for me, when you're 3-2 up and you tell your players to sit back and keep the ball, it's not good enough for me. It's not good enough. And yeah, I thought it was poor substitution, really. Subs have costed the game. So, yeah, I can't say anything bad about Chelsea, really. The thing is, they did a lot of mistakes. Chelsea did a lot of mistakes, by the way. Like, they wasn't keeping the ball. But with us, we weren't good enough. I thought the only players I can give probably praise to is probably Anthony. And that's it, really. Anthony did his best, really. That assist was brilliant. So
I did feel sorry for Dalot though. I mean, I know it's a penalty, but he did lose his balance. But
yeah,
I did feel sorry for him a little bit. But I can see the letter of the law is a penalty. But I can see he did stumble. But letter of the law, obviously.
It was just one of those. Just like, why did you do it? Really?
Well, I think he was on his way down anyway, and he just thought, well, if I manage to stop him scoring, then hopefully I'll get away with it. But obviously, like I said, letter of the law. Why did you even bother trying to do that? If you're going to go down, move yourself away from the ball. Don't try and make contact with the player. Just try and stumble a different way.
Yeah.
But
the first one was not a penalty. I don't care what anyone says.
No.
Never can.
Letter of the law. He brought the player down. He clipped him.
Yeah. Anyone else wants to add any comments about this game, Manny? Would you like to say?
Well, I'm going to be brief and say, regardless of how the United and Chelsea fans will be feeling, for the neutral, it was a wonderful game to watch and a wonderful game to, cover. And I think, obviously, I've seen a lot of these games being played by my own team. We've won some of them, we've lost some of them. It's really, a game which only those who've played can really, really understand and express the way you and the other fans have done. But we need to bring our newcomer Theo in and ask him, if you had the chance to see that game, I know that as a Fulham fan, you've got no love for Chelsea, but how did you enjoy that as a neutral?
To be fair, as a neutral, I'm a little bit, I'll admit, disappointed Man United bottled that. But to be fair, it was quite an entertaining game, I got to admit. As much as they are our rivals, I got to respect them for coming back in that fashion. And I honestly feel like Man United were a bit slow. Like you could see Rashford, he was, instead of like running around the pitch and trying to go in for the ball when they were three top, you could notice how he's being a bit slow and he's just walking around. So it was a little bit like Man United just got a little bit too ahead of themselves and switched off, and then Chelsea took their chances, to be fair.
Yeah, man. 100%. But let's move on anyways, because I know we've got Man United Liverpool later in our bunch, so we'll get onto that. And I'll actually say my honest thoughts about that, and people may not like it. But anyways, let's start with the actual games tomorrow. So we do have a lunchtime kickoff tomorrow, 12:30. It is Palace versus City. My score prediction for this one, I think City will win this 2-0. I think it'll be 2-0 win for City. I think I'll come to Manny now because I think Hano's there. So like Manny.
Should be an easy win for City, really. I mean, they obviously were lucky to have played a weakened Aston Villa team on Wednesday, and they're going to continue obviously from where they left off. And the significance, of course, of that win over Villa was that it puts them firmly back behind Arsenal and snapping at our heels. And we've got it all to do against Brighton on later on that day, because we end that Saturday. But this should be a more routine win. I'll be going for a 3-1 City win. And Chelsea fan agrees with me.
Yeah, 3-1. Cameron's gone with 1-0 Man City. Hano, are you there, Hano? If not, I'll just come on to the next person.
Yeah. I reckon just straightforward 2-0 to Manchester City. I think that they might have a slight struggle, but they'll grab a goal, and then get it later on. So yeah, But massive shout out to Foden. Fair play, man. Star boys, seeing the real star boys, Foden and Cole Palmer. I don't know who's also star boy. I don't know. I haven't seen him this season yet.
Well, if you got on Tuesday's performance, I thought Smith Rowe was their star boy on Tuesday.
Yeah. I didn't see the other one. Was he playing? I couldn't see him. I didn't see the other star boys. But Money, remember, you have won the trophy for revamping Harrod's career. You have resurrected Harrod's career, so you won a trophy for that. So keep that trophy. If you don't win the UCL Premier League, so yeah.
Anyways, Stepsy, score prediction for Palace City.
Yeah, Palace are still without Elise. There's one or two players that I read today that they're going to be without, so their defence is losing one or two. They've got replacements, but they're not the greatest replacements because they see how leaky their defence can be when they ain't got the main four in their defence. I think it'll be routine for Man City. I mean, yeah, okay, they did beat Villa with a depleted side. This is Palace with a depleted side. I think Palace will score, but it'll be too late by then. So I've gone for Palace 1, Man City 4.
All right, 4 goals for City. Fair enough. Joel.
Yeah, no, I think like you say, really, Man City obviously 1-4-1 against Aston Villa. Don't get me wrong, was at home and they're on the top 4 Villa. Obviously, it had no Martinez and Watkins for that game. But it's just one of those, really. I just think you just got to take it by the chin. Palace lost 1-0 to Bournemouth. I mean, last time they played each other at Selhurst, I think Palace won 1-0. But again, like Stephen said, it is like a depleted sort of Palace team. They haven't got loads of injuries, main ones as in Elise. So my prediction is I'm going to go Palace 0, City 2.
That's the same thing as my one then. Fair enough. Theo, what do you think?
My prediction is 2-0 Man City.
Okay, so three sections here. Mr. B?
Yeah, sorry I'm late, Horace, by the way. I was doing my preview of the Villa game, obviously.
No worries, mate. No
Villa
worries.
and Brentford. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go here. I think City will win it. I'm going 3-1 City.
3-1 City. Fair enough. Talking about next, we have this Aston Villa.
Hey, I'm on here just in time for this, aren't I?
Of course.
I just done a preview for this. Yeah, do you want me to start, Horace? Yeah.
Yeah. Stop.
Yeah, man. Real tough one. You know. I don't underestimate Villa at all. Very good team. I know they got walloped by City, obviously, in the last game, but I still think they're a very good team. But I've just done my preview. I'm going a bit positive here. If they have Manny's goalie, Martinez, out again, if he's out for this game, and have one or two others out like Watkins, I'm going positive. I'm going to say we can do this. I'm saying 2-1 the Bees.
Okay. Fair enough. Cameron says 3 on Villa. Stepsy, what do you reckon?
This one's a little bit different because they're going to wait till the final minute before they hand the team sheet and see if Watkins is fit. They haven't said nothing about Martinez, so he possibly is out. Again, I think with Spinners, I think he's back. But Martinez would be a big miss, but they've got a good enough goalie to replace him. If Watkins does play, like I said, if he does, then it's the last minute. If he does play, it'll be a bit uphill task for Brentford. So I'm going on the basis that McGinn's back, and I'm going on the case that Watkins does make it. I've gone for Villa 3, Brentford 1, on the basis that they two play.
Fair enough. Before I come to Joe, we got a question from Connor. Big up to you. Says, Mr. B, does it worry you that Tony hasn't scored since 15th February in the league?
No, if he turns up tomorrow, it won't be a problem, will it? So, you know, if he does something tomorrow, he didn't do anything against Brighton, but, you know, you never know. He might be saving it for Villa, I hope.
We'll see. Joe, this one?
Yeah, I mean, like you say, the three players that weren't there for the City game, Martinez was ill, like Steve said, and Watkins was injured. I've heard Watkins is apparently back for it, but we was just Chelsea. You might just be like, might not play him, who knows? But surely you wouldn't be against your former club. And McGinn's also back. Judging on that, and it's at Villa Park. You did get a good draw at your ground, Mr. B, 2-2 on that game.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's going to be 3-1. I feel like because they lost 4-1 to City, I feel like they're on response as well.
Yeah.
Fair enough, man. Fair enough. Let's see what the comments are saying. Yep, smash a like. 3 on Villa is coming up. Theo, what do you reckon?
I reckon that it's going to be 2-1 Aston Villa. After their game against Man City, I reckon that they're going to really want to try and come back, and they still can make a push for the Champions League. So I think that, sorry, Mr. B, they're going to win 2-1.
Yeah, well, I think you're all going to say they're going to win, so I'm not bothered, man. I'm going to be positive about my team anyway, whatever. So I like the Chelsea fan one, that Villa one, Brentford one. I'll take that one. That's sure. I really would.
Money, I'm come over to you now. What do you reckon? You're mute, Money. You're mute.
Yeah. I just noticed I was on mute, so I do apologise. I was actually chatting with Mr. B on a stream earlier today, and I told him that if, in as much as Tony hasn't scored since the 15th of February, I think it's fair to say that after Valentine's Day, maybe he's lost some of the love. I don't know, but maybe he's saving all his love for the end of the season when it's time for Brentford to go on a run. And it could be, because I also did say that. When Villa lost to Newcastle, Isak was basically the one who was, ripping them to shreds, really. And you take a look at the way Isak and Tony are, they're almost quite similar. Maybe Tony's a little bit more muscular. And so if Tony is able to use his strength and pace to try to get in beyond that makeshift Villa defence, then they will literally be in trouble. They are good at the low block, but they are also capable of having their high line completely smashed to smithereens. And if Emery is smart, he will not play the same centre-back pairing that he did on Wednesday. I'm not just saying this because I'm an Arsenal fan. I think Clement Longley, the ex-Spurs defender, should never ever play another game for the club again. And I'm not being partial because the ex-Arsenal defender Callum Chambers is not really much better. And I'm sorry, Theo, because I know he had a spell at Fulham with you lot. So
Yeah,
I
he
do
was all right
apologise
when
for
he
that.
played for us.
Yeah.
No, don't worry about mate. Each to their own.
Yeah, I mean, he also was with Arsenal, of course, and I think Emery clearly doesn't fancy him, but he will be in the squad as long as Matthew Cash is injured because he's got to deputise for Ezri Konsa, and Chambers is more of a utility defender who can play as a centre back and a full back. In fact, I'm not too sure why he's being put into the centre. It would preferably be Pau Torres and maybe Diego Carlos in the back, and then Villa will also look to change everything. And I think if Martinez recovers quickly enough from that illness, he should be back in time to play. And there's a part of me that would like to see Brentford maybe get something from this, but I just don't know if I can necessarily see it. And I think, given the way that the team will be changed for Villa, I see Villa being a little bit too strong for Brentford. But it's not going to be an easy game. And I think the Bees should give the Villains a run for their money. But like you, Theo, I'm going for a 2-1 Villa win. Sorry about that, Steve.
Fair enough. And Hannah?
Yeah, I'm backing Aston Villa. They rested a few players against City, I believe. Brentford got an awful away record. I think you've got 9-10 losses on the road. So yeah, it's not going well over there on that side of West London. So yeah, but Villa, if they win, I would probably say they got top 4 secured. Don't know if I'll Tottenham off them. 2 points, 5 points. Tottenham play for us. Let's see what Tottenham does, really.
But don't forget, Hanno, that Spurs.
No.
No?
What did you say, Manny?
You cut out for a sec there, Manny.
No, I was just saying, Hanno, that Spurs do have a game in hand, so Villa can't afford to slip up.
Oh, yeah.
And that game hands against us.
Yeah, I'm
and that's at the bridge.
What car park? I'm saying 2-1. 2-1. I think Villa will win this, but listen, Brentford can give them a tough. Never know with Brentford really, but yeah.
I look forward to you lads eating your words at the end of the day. Okay, when we do actually win this tomorrow, I think you're going to be in some humble pie at the end of the day.
You're confident yourself, for a fact.
Whatever you say, mate.
I'm waiting for that and be like,
it is the Premiership. Anything can happen.
Let's get it.
To be fair, I can't really talk because you lot did beat us 3-0 at the start of the season in our.
That was, I do remember that.
Yeah,
one,
we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about that.
No, it's fine, mate. I'm cool with it anyway.
Yeah, just mention the players.
I remember Fulham being
Burnley.
and the steps you can back me up here. I said Fulham was going to beat us at Old Trafford, so yeah, and then Manny was like, "What? You kidding me? Fulham doing at Old Trafford?" So yeah, for me,
I know many people have been surprised at the results.
Everton versus Burnley. I mean, pretty sure everyone will be.
Match, eh?
I'm sure everyone will be having their attention in this game, eh? What brilliant, exciting game.
Yeah.
Deutsch back at Burnley. Come on, come on, Deutsch, yeah.
I'm honestly say 1-1. 1-1. Might have gone different in my predictions, but I'm saying 1-1. But yeah, Hanno.
1-1 for this one.
1-1. Money.
I'm sticking my neck out and going for a Desmond. 2-2. Either way, neither team will be getting more than 1 point from this game.
Fair enough. Stepsy?
Obviously, I've got a big interest in this game, obviously, because they're both down the bottom. Obviously, we all know that Everton have got another points deduction hang over their head. If the jury give them another 3 points, that will put us in a little bit more of a chance of staying up. Obviously, we all know that Everton ain't got the best home record. We all know Burnley haven't got the best away record. Everton find it hard to score unless it's a penalty. Coventry has scored from the penalty spot. He couldn't score from anywhere else. Even if it was in the 6-yard box, he wouldn't score, but he can score from the penalty spot. That's about all he can do. Burnley on the road have been really bad this season, and they're not scoring as many as they should be scoring. Yeah, they picked up some points, definitely. They're closing the gap and trying to make a fist of it as well, but it's hard. Everton's a hard place to go to get anything really, even win. We found it hard going there and winning because they do put up a fight. I just see it being a stalemate. I'm going for 0-0.
Fair enough. Joe?
Yeah, I think like you say, it's a massive 6 point for both teams, and like Stephen said, Everton are getting a point deduction on its way. Obviously, I don't know how Burnley got on the week, but they obviously got a good draw against Chelsea 2-0. But yeah, I don't know why, but I feel like it might be a shock. So I'm going to go Everton 1, Burnley 2.
Fair enough.
Who's that in the background, by the way? I can hear a loud noise in the background.
Stephen, don't worry, lad. I got you, Stephen. I got you.
What's going on, man? That noise.
I think it's Theo. I think it's real. But Theo, what's your score prediction?
My score prediction for Everton Burnley, well, I think it's going to be a close game, to be honest. Obviously, Everton still haven't had a point deduction this season. They still do have a little bit of danger they could go down. Burnley there may still be some slight hope left they can stay up, but I feel like them and Sheffield already down. But Everton do have home advantage, and they did pick up a crucial point against Newcastle at home. My bad, away earlier this week. So I'm going to go 2-1 Everton.
2-1 Everton win. And Mr. B?
Yeah, it's the Dice Derby, isn't it? Basically, with this one, back playing against Burnley again. But I don't know with this. It's not going to be the most exciting of games, is it? Really? But I'm going to say I'm going to go Everton to win, and I'm going to go. I think they can at least get maybe 2 goals for a change, so 2-0 Everton.
2-0 Everton. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I'm going to stick to my 1-1. Chelsea versus 1-0 Everton. Cameron says 2-1 Everton. Fair enough. Next game.
You also got Tarkowski and Dwight McNeil used to play for Burnley as well.
Yeah.
Exactly. Should be in one. A little dot there. Next game. See how this is where I need to speak. Fulham versus Newcastle.
So is it me first, yeah?
Theo.
Sorry.
I'll do this one. Fulham. Right. So obviously Newcastle home. By the way, they're a little bit of a stop-start team this season, but at the same time, so are we, to be honest. Obviously, we had an absolutely awful result on Tuesday, so I'll be hoping to bounce back from that because our away form, I admit, it is absolutely awful. But at home, however, we're quite good, so I'm going to go confident here. I'm going to go with 2-1 Fulham.
Are you going to the game, yeah?
Yeah, I'm going. Season ticket holder. I go almost all the time.
Nice one, man. Nice one.
Almost.
Back Mark Silver's boys and that.
Yeah, I'm meant to go in Brentford away on the 4th of May.
Hounslow, yeah? Hounslow. All the way in Hounslow.
Yeah. Great place, you know? Lovely place.
Mr. B, what do you think? Mr. B?
Yeah, I don't know what, Theo, man. I don't rate your chances here because I think the new Geordie boys are coming back a bit, you know. Look what happened the other day, the 4-3 and everything, you know. So, yeah, I think Newcastle. I'm sorry, man, but I'm going to go a Newcastle win here. I'm going to go 2-1 Newcastle.
2-1 Newcastle, enough. Cameron says 2-0 Newcastle. Joe?
What do you say about like Newcastle came back, back one for the 4-3 win against West Ham? Obviously, they were behind 3-1, and then they draw to Everton at their ground. So at the end of the day, if you're Fulham, you can fancy your chances here. But I'm going to go Desmond. I'm going to go 2-2.
2-2. Ben Stepsy?
Yeah, I like Newcastle at the moment. Yeah, like Joe said, they did get a draw at Everton after getting that win at West Ham. I think they want to bounce back. I think Newcastle want to try and cement that European spot. Fulham obviously also want to climb up the table, get a better position than they did last season. But I've got it down as a Fulham 1, Newcastle 2. Sorry, Theo.
Fair enough. Money?
There was a reason why I was shaking my head because, as Joe mentioned, Newcastle drew at Everton. They also suffered a few more injuries, including seeing Miguel Almiron going off. And Newcastle's season has been blighted by injuries and the Tonali issue. The sad part is that they started it so magnificently, and had it not been for those injuries, you'd have to think that they would definitely be recreating or replicating rather their previous season's exploits. But at this particular time, if you're a Geordie fan, you've got nothing for which to play. So you just want to, try and have the season end as well as possible. Maybe make a late run for Europe by the Conference League or otherwise, and see how far you can go. I know that Fulham obviously didn't have the best performance against Sheffield United, but Fulham have been that sort of team this season that whenever they come up against the bigger teams, they seem to play above themselves and do quite well. And when it comes to smaller teams, and I know that Theo can agree with me, he's nodding his head right now as we speak. When it comes to smaller teams, Fulham just don't know how to cope. I mean, forget about the Sheffield United draw. They also lost to Burnley at the Craven. Yeah.
Yeah, I was at that one.
Yeah, and also, you only took 1 point off Burnley this season. They beat you at home, and you could only draw with them at Turf Moor. But you beat Arsenal. Yeah, but you've taken 4 points off us, and you performed really well against us, and
we've taken points off Man United and Spurs as well.
Thanks for that, mate.
Yes.
Thanks for that.
But not Chelsea.
Yeah, mate, I just needed to remind you quickly in case you forgot.
But not Chelsea, Theo. Not Chelsea, lads.
And that Tottenham result, Theo, was absolutely glorious. Our 3 former Gunners really played their part, and thank you very much indeed. So I'm actually going to back Theo, go against the tide, and say that Fulham should have a bit better chance of winning this game. It should be... I'd like to stick my neck out in here and say 3-2, because I think there will be some goals. Both teams are going to find ways to score, but 3-2 to the Cottagers.
Cheers, mate. At least someone agrees.
Hannah, your thoughts?
I reckon Fulham won this one 2-1. Because I think Isak is out, if I'm not wrong. I think he got a slight injury.
50-50, Hannah. They're monitoring it.
Let me just confirm quickly. Isak.
I mean, Sky Sports
Yeah.
right.
Sorry.
You know that.
No, it's not the injury. He's out. He's out. Scott Burrow last night. That's
so Sky Sports ain't most reliable then.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah, that's also. So he's not injured. His family. His house got burgled. So I don't know if he will play because of that. So yeah, 2-1 Fulham because of that. Really.
Fair enough.
What did you say, Oris?
Fair enough. 2-1 Newcastle. Chelsea fan. I think. Listen, I'm going to be nice to Theo, yeah, even though you put my United in their mouth. I'm going to say 2-1 Fulham. I think Fulham. I don't feel what's going like away when you guys travel away. I don't know what's going on, whether it's Marcus's tactics away, but I think at home, you guys have been very good. Like you've been seeming to make the crowd like the crowd, the fans, and the players seem to get together when it's at home, but when it's away, it just looks a bit. I don't know, man. But yeah,
Mate, I actually agree with you. No one else at Fulham knows what's going on because at home we're so good and we're so clinical. And I feel like maybe we'd be at least pushing for like Conference League or Europa League if we played anyway similar to how to play away, but we just don't have legs away, and it's just annoying to be honest.
yeah, man. But I'm saying 2-1 for them. I do think Fulham will win this. Newcastle, their form recently is not good. So let's just see. I think that's going to be a good game in the Fulham Newcastle.
Yeah,
That's
mate.
one game.
I feel
to keep an eye on.
confident because of the home advantage, of course. If it was away, not so confident.
Steps, I see you stretching, but no, you don't have to stretch now because Luton, your team, is hosting Bournemouth. Oof. Talk to me. What do you think?
Massive. This is massive now. This is crunch time now. Obviously, we got 1 or 2 players back. I'm glad that Doherty played against Arsenal. I'm glad Doherty played against Arsenal. I'm glad Chong came on, which there were doubts for that game. I'm glad they all came through and played a bit of that game and came through unscathed, so no more injury worries. I think Burke's back for this one, so it'll give another central defender. Apart from that, it'll be the same. It'll be the same as last time. So instead of 15 players out, it'll be 12 players out. This is massive. It's home games that we have to capitalise on now because we got Man City away next week, and no one can see us getting anything at Man United, not even with a full strength team. They're just so clinical at home. City. This one at home, Brentford at home, Everton at home, Fulham at home. They're the ones that we have to. They have to be wins. They can't be anything else. They can't be draws. They can't be losses. They have to be wins. If we lose one, then we've got to try and get something at City. If we lose another one, we've got to try and get something at West Ham. If we lose another one, we've got to try and get something at Wolves. Home games are really crucial. I'm glad we've got 2 central defenders now, so it gives us a little bit more stability. Forwards, a little bit like, but Chong's there, Townsend's there, and Morris is there. So we're right there. Midfield, still a bit weak, but obviously Barks is still there, so that's a big boost. Home advantage, big crowd, sellout expected. I'll be there. After we want revenge after the 4-3. We're 3 up, and no one should be losing after being 3 up in the Premier League. To lose 4-3, how we just capitulated was just shocking, really. I feel more confident at home. It won't be easy. We all know how good Sankey is. We all know how good Semedo is. I've got to go with my boys. I've got to back them. Home advantage, big crowd. I'm going to just say we do this 2-1.
2-1.
It won't be easy.
It's going to be a good game, man, because Bournemouth, they're not a team to be taken lightly, so it should be.
And they've won the last 5 games.
Mm-hmm. That's when you're playing against a team that's in form. I mean, look, football, anything can happen.
Premier League is one of the hardest leagues to predict. We all know this, as I said, it's hard to predict. But I just feel that with the home crowd behind us, that I just feel that it's a must win. It's not, we can afford to draw this, or another loss won't be too bad. These are the games you have to win. Now, home form is a must. There's no sugarcoating it. Home form is a must.
So draws unacceptable, right? No draws.
Unacceptable. Well, it's okay, but it's unacceptable for the predicament we're in. Because if we draw, that means we've got to get something at West Ham or Wolves. Because I can't see us getting anything at City. But home form, there's no sugarcoating any of it. It's home form is a must win. All the last 4 games we've got at home are must wins. Obviously, Everton's a 6-pointer. Brentford's a 6-pointer for the predicament they're in at the moment. Obviously, if they win tomorrow, it won't be much of a 6-pointer. But these are games at home that you have to win now for any chance then in the Premier League.
Fair enough. Let's get others involved. Mr. B, what do you reckon?
Oh, well, I think Luton have got to try and start winning at some stage. I mean, You know, look at, in the lead last time, but we know what happened there against Bournemouth. But I think this time, I think they're going to be a bit more solid. I do think it'd be close, but I'm going to go 2-1 Luton for this one.
So I didn't hear you. 2-1 Luton, right?
Yeah, 2-1 Luton. I'm going.
Cool. Okay. So 2-2-1 so far. Joel, can you make it 3-2-1s, or what do you reckon?
Well, I think I don't know if the other one, Stephen. What about Sambi Lukonga? Is he going to be back, or is he still injured? Or
Lukonga should be back. They're looking at Man City, but I think it'll be Brentford more than anything. That's the realistic one we're looking at.
Yeah, fair enough. I just thought when you mentioned I was like, oh, Sambi Lukonga back, but yeah,
he's been a very big miss because him and Barkley in the middle. They the passing they do together it's a different ball game then.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's just helps they got like that communication going. I still think I still think, like you say, with Bournemouth, they're one of those sides like you don't take them lightly, but in the same time they lose to people like the Lutons. So for that reason alone, I'm actually going to make it 3 and go 2-1 Luton.
Okay, Phil, what do you reckon, Phil?
What I reckon is I'm gonna make it a four-person chase and go 2-1 Luton, because here's the thing, Luton are actually really, really solid at home. In fact, they're one of the surprise packages of the Prem this season, because a lot of people when they went up thought, oh, they're just going to go back down. But me and my brother said, no, I think Luton are going to surprise a lot of people, as they have done. And it's just like, it's a fortress when it's bouncing, Kenilworth Road, because like big six players and teams like of Haaland and De Bruyne and Salah, they come to Kenilworth Road, and because of like the size of it and the atmosphere, like the pure passion, they just don't realise like how hard it is to play there. So I'm going to go with 2-1 Luton. I still think they can stay up, to be honest. They're a good team.
Thank you very much. Now we come to Manny, so this is going to be 4-1 now.
Stepsy, the least you should do is allow me to speak before passing your judgment.
I know the way you think, Manny.
You don't know anything about me, and I am always going to try and think of everything and take everything into consideration before passing my judgment. Okay. Now, Luton obviously have been the team this season that has gained probably the most admirers for the spirit that they've shown, and unlike Burnley and Sheffield, who were promoted with greater ease but who have struggled badly, Luton had to fight to get to the Premiership. And maybe they've taken that fight with them into the way they've played this season. But they've had a lot of hard defeats of late. And in as much as you can feel for them, you also have to say that the Premiership League is a punishing league, and hard luck stories can only get you so far. And it's going to be difficult because Bournemouth, of course, are a team that is in form. And I was discussing this with my friend Craig Beasley on Up the Cherries in All Departments, how their form has really been really good since I believe January, and they are on course to perhaps get a really good points total, maybe a 50+ points total, and they could possibly aim for a top 10 finish in the league, maybe even top 8. I think Europe might be just beyond them, but it does mark an improvement really from when Gary O'Neill was there, and in as much as Steve, Mr. Beef, agrees that maybe O'Neill's sacking was very harsh.
Yeah, it was.
Iraola seems to have gotten the tune out of this Bournemouth team, and one only hopes that they won't fall back into the same bad habits that put them in a slump at the middle point of the season. But this is a game where I think both teams will, possibly cancel each other out. It will be hard to pick a winner here, but there will be some goals. And I'm going to try to be on Stepsy's good side, and I'm going to go for a Desmond. 2-2.
Enough, Hannah.
To spoil the pot a bit, let's do that. But Bournemouth have just been on form, really. I think Luton's injuries are catching up to them a bit, unfortunately.
That's been last month.
I reckon Luton can win, but I just don't see it. I think Bournemouth are just on form, really. So 2-1 Bournemouth.
2-1.
You
My
can't side
prediction.
me. Whatever we do, we can't side me. There could be a man leading the race by 2 miles. You still think that man would lose if I bet him.
My prediction. Yeah. Listen, look. I think this is going to be a big game. I know Bournemouth have been good, but however, 3-1 Luton win. Luton win. 3-1. I'm going to go 3-1. It's going to be bouncing up and down.
I'll tell you what, it's this 3-1.
This is voice.
I'll give you a big kiss.
Next stream, Steve's going to. Oh, yeah. So his voice will be absolutely gone. So
my voice will be gone Saturday. Yeah, if there's some shouting to be done, my voice will go.
Surely, this Rob Edwards and this team knows that this has to be a must-win game. Like,
yeah, we. I listened to him after the Arsenal game, and he was down, he was beat, and he says, "I've got to pick myself up. I've got to pick my team up." We know there's still a long way to go, but he knows phone form is a must. I think he knows. He looks at the table as much as I do, as much as everyone does. When you're down there or you're at the top, it's the same sort of scenario. You look at the top and think, "Oh, we need these points." Like Arsenal will be going, "Okay, they're 2 points by Liverpool, but they've got to go Man United and stuff like that." So that's what Luton do at the bottom of the table. They look and go, "Okay, what do we need to do?" And he's the same. I think he's the same camp as me. Home forms are a must, and this is a must win. To start the ball rolling, to get some points back, to get that that momentum going, get that first win at home on the board. 3 more at home to go then, and let's start motoring.
Exactly, man. Exactly. We shall see, because I will have my eyes peeled in this game, man. So many games that not exciting games, but there's interesting games tomorrow to be watched. So yeah, we shall see what happens tomorrow, man. Big game for Luton Town. Next one, we do have. I think this is a good game. Wolverhampton or Wolves versus West Ham. I'm saying 2-1 Wolves, but I'm not gonna write off West Ham, but I think Wolves will win. But then again, I still think this is a big match. But I don't know, something about West Ham, man. They can be good. One match they can be excellent, but then another game they just look so poor. But I'm gonna back Wolves to win here. I know they drew against Burnley, if I'm correct. So they have to win this one. So yeah. Hanno?
I'm going to go with another 1-1 draw in this one. West Ham did really well against Spurs and lucky not to win. Burnley almost pulled it through for me against Wolves to beat them. So yeah, man. 1-1. This one.
1-1, fair enough. Money?
I'm with you, Aris. I think Wolves might end up winning this particular game because, look, we all know how good a team West Ham are, but they just can't seem to get their defence and their midfield together at times. And, they still have to try to recover from from that horrible result against Newcastle. And I just don't know if they can really find the confidence after that. They looked really, really shaken, it has to be said. Wolves, of course, will be looking to try and consolidate their position and maybe have a strong end to the season themselves. And I just think that they will be more of a match for West Ham right now, who have a few players out, including the likes of Areola. So it will be the aging, creaking former Arsenal and former Fulham goalkeeper Fabianski to play. Wait. I don't know if Fabianski played for Fulham, though. I think I'll have to check that.
No, I don't think he did.
No, I don't think so.
Not that I remember.
I'm pretty sure
he did play for Arsenal, but not.
I think it was Swansea.
Yeah, Swansea. You're right. I stand corrected. Thank you.
Swansea.
Which you got a team in white.
Yeah, you got it right. Yeah, got it right. Yeah.
Stephanie, what do you reckon? Wolverhampton versus West Ham. What do you reckon?
Big week for West Ham. Obviously, they got Bayern Munich in the European Cup. But Moyes has come out and said, "Look, we'll think about that game on Sunday on Sunday evening after we play Wolves." he said that we have to concentrate on the league because he said that he wants to be again this season. He wants to be back in the mix again. Obviously, yeah, that Newcastle defeat would have hurt him, but I'm pretty sure Moyes would have picked him back up, saying, "Look, big week for us. Wolves first, then by Leverkusen. Let's think about Wolves first. Let's go there and get a result, and then we can go into that Bayern Munich, Bayer Leverkusen match with great confidence." I don't know if they'll beat them. I think Wolves are a good outfit. I like Gareth Hill. I think he's done a good job. Wolves can wobble at times, but I'm going to stick my neck out and go Desmond 2-2.
2-2, fair enough. Joel?
Yeah, I think like you say, I mean, with Wolves, I mean, they've done really well this season, considering that before the season got kicked, I'm not going to lie, I think I basically said they would be around the bottom three. Obviously, with that Lopetegui got left. Gary came in, it was like, didn't have much to say in terms of transfers and things like that. But you just got to give him credit and the staff there at Wolves. Coming into this game against West Ham, I think, like Stepsy said, they have got Bayer Leverkusen coming, and obviously they're no like pushovers. Obviously, they're still unbeaten in Bundesliga, so it will be a tough game. Obviously, Areola is suspended, not suspended, injured, like Manny said. I feel like Wolves might win this because they got Mateus Cunha back as well, so I'm going to go 2-1 Wolves.
2-1 Wolves, fair enough. Theo?
I'm going to go with 1-1 because on both teams' days, I feel like they can be really, really good teams and hard to face. But I feel like it's going to be close. Obviously, Wolves still think they can get Europe. They think they might be able to make a push at conference, as a few teams around them do. Well, we did before Tuesday. And West Ham, well, yeah, I don't think after Tuesday's performance we'll keep that up. We're not going to. But anyway, we're not talking about that right now. All I'm saying is West Ham, both teams can be good on their day, and I think it's going to be a close game, but I'm going to have to go with 1-1 here. I think both teams will take a point out of this.
Fair enough. Mr. B?
You know what? I'm agreeing there. I'm going to agree with Theo. I'm going to agree with Hanno. And was it Manny? Also had 1-1. I'm going to go with that because I just think they're both good teams. I like Wolves. I really do. Wolves are really going to try and obviously go for Europe. But I just think this will end as a draw. So I'm going 1-1.
Fair enough. Moving on to the next game. Manny, feel free. You do play Brighton away.
The floor is yours.
Arteta is cooking. He's cooking, right?
Seagulls stomping on the Arsenal.
He's not cooking yet. He's not quite cooking. I mean, look, there was a lot of controversy, obviously, with the way we played against City, and I think footballing wisdom does suggest that when you play against a team like City, you can't just go gung-ho. You've got to make sure that you do whatever you can to avoid opening up and allowing them to come at you. And if you can get a result from that, nobody really should complain. And the only problem I do have, though, is that when you contrast the approach of Aston Villa, who, despite fielding a weakened team, were brave enough to try to go at City and did actually cause Ortega a few problems as well in the second half before Foden completely, rammed the nails in Villa's coffin. You just wonder if Villa had put out a much stronger team, how exactly would the result have been? Because City have started to look a bit sloppy of late. And I think if I'm an Arsenal fan, I'd look at the City result and say that was, in fact, a triumph in that we broke the hoodoo of, always going to the Etihad and getting beaten. But we also missed out on an opportunity to try and beat City when we needed to be brave. And sometimes, if you want to, I'm reminded of a poem, really, called Ulysses by Alfred Lord Tennyson. And there was a famous interpretation of that by a famous American actor on an American TV show who said in the series finale, as tempting as it would be to try to take a safety first option, if you are able to take risks, that is when you can feel more alive. And sometimes when you're fighting for the Premiership, you've got to have a sort of a risk and reward approach. And City were in many ways there for the taking. And if Aston Villa had put out a stronger team, I know that I often say that if ifs and buts were sweets and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas. But I do believe that if Aston Villa had their strongest team, they could very easily have gotten the result against City, a draw or even an impressive win at the Etihad to complete an excellent double. And I saw that, Steve. I wasn't missing Martinez. It was a question of, the illness and everything. I still think he's a top quality goalkeeper. Arsenal never should have let him go because the goalkeepers that we have had since him have not cut the mustard. I will cut Matt Ryan some slack because Arteta never gave him a chance.
Bees, mate. We'd have him at the Bees any day.
Yeah, man.
They can take Fleck and we'll have him, yeah?
We'd sooner let you have Ramsdale than even consider you having Martinez. Don't worry about it. You can have Ramsdale and enjoy yourselves. But as far as the Luton game is concerned, that's also another missed opportunity because we're just grateful that Liverpool didn't see it fit to try and, smash Sheffield United for a few more goals to improve their own goal difference. But again, in the second half, we took our foot off the pedal and we didn't even score. And a lot of people will say, that was a controlled performance. But again, you can't criticize that sort of performance at one stage of the season and then applaud it again, saying, we controlled it. That particular game, I don't know if, with all due respect to Luton, I am being respectful here, Stepsy. You did give us a good game, but the players that you had injured didn't really help your cause. But,
I was gonna say, I thought we'd done better second half than you just taking the foot off the gas. I thought we performed better.
Yes, exactly. I will give you credit for that, and thank you for making that point. So when it comes to Brighton at the Amex,
it was very professional.
Yeah. And when it comes to Brighton at the Amex, I know that last season we creamed them 3-0, but this Brighton team also, like many teams, as Katy Perry would say, blow hot and cold. They're yes, they're no, they're in, they're out, and they're up and they're down. And you know the rest. I'm not going to go into that. And I think Brighton actually did give Liverpool a pretty tough game at Anfield too, especially with former gunner Danny Welbeck scoring after a few minutes. But this Arsenal team should probably put out their strongest team, and I don't see Brighton causing Arsenal too many problems. I'm normally a little bit more apprehensive when it comes to the Arsenal and very conservative, but I think this Arsenal team should show how serious they are by beating Brighton. But I will say that with all due respect, it will definitely be a tough game because Brighton are going to be up for it. They could cause us problems down the flanks. So Benny Blanco and whoever starts at left back, be it Kibio or Tomiyasu, will have to be on top of their game. And I would definitely go so far to say that Arsenal should win this, but it will be tight. 2-1 to the Gunners.
2-1 to the Gunners, fair enough. Hannah, what do you reckon?
Straightforward one for Arsenal, really. I think Brighton almost playing to Arsenal's hands, so yeah, 2-1.
2-1, Stepsy.
I think Arsenal will play their strongest side. I think Saka still needs a rest. I think Arsenal have really done that boy no wonders at all by playing him into the ground. Even at City he didn't look fit. He was like a passenger. He didn't look fit at all. I don't know why they even bothered playing him. He needs a rest. Get him properly fit for the big run because I don't like the way he looks at the moment. He looks lethargic, tired, no impotence on the games at all at the moment. So I just feel Arsenal just need to rest him and nurture him back to full fitness. Apart from that, it'll be full strength. They fielded a accomplished side against Luton that Arteta thought could do the job. He did show us a lot of respect by still playing the back four, Saliba and Gabriel, who I think are tremendous this season. I think they're hard to break. If you go for the middle of Arsenal with Rice, Odegaard there, and then you get past them, you got to face Gabriel and Saliba. You ain't getting past them. It's like a great world trying. You need David Copperfield to break that force field. Brighton will score because they're at home, but I see Arsenal getting a few here. So Brighton 1, Arsenal 3.
Fair enough. So we want to Joel. What do you reckon, Joel?
Yeah, I think like you say with the Bukayo Saka thing, I think at the end of the day, you just don't want to risk having him too much injuries. Otherwise, for Arteta, it'll be like Wenger when he played Jack Wilshere too many times. I think that might be the case. And then you think about it, like Bukayo Saka's probably been the most fouled player in the last 2-3 years or so. So, I mean, you look at the game against Luton, I think like Stephen said, I think, don't get me wrong, Arteta did give respect to Luton. He didn't put like a full weakened side out. But like you say, he just got the job done sort of thing. And he sort of accommodated with it, like Luton sort of injuries as well sort of thing. So playing players like the Reece Nelsons, was like go out there. And it was nice to see someone like Emil Smith-Rowe have a go as well. It was nice that
he looked very good. He looked very good.
Yeah, I heard he did as well.
Yeah,
and it's nice that he had a run in as well. But with the performance against City, it's hard though, because you think if City, let's say for instance, Arsenal went for it and City won, everyone will criticise Arteta either way. So for him, he can't win. So either way, you think, okay, maybe. But then they nearly had it near the end. If Trossard found Martinelli and they scored, then everyone will be singing Arteta's praises. So I think either way, you just think to yourself, if that's what you got to do to get a point or maybe 3, then take notes, because at the end of the day, they stopped City from not scoring. So
I was thinking about the game. I was thinking if Arsenal had a striker, a main striker, that had been a target man. Like Man City had Haaland, and they were aiming for Haaland most of the time. If Arsenal had a striker, instead of, because they were good going forward, Arsenal were very good going forward. If they had a striker there, they may have just nicked it, because that striker would have been there when they had the ball. Because Arsenal made a lot of space and they made some good chances, but when every time they got in the box, there's no one there. There's no end product. If they had a striker there, I reckon they'd have won that.
Yeah. My prediction, I'm going to go 2-1 Arsenal.
2-1 Arsenal, fair enough. Deal.
I'm going to go with 3-1 Arsenal here. I reckon that they're not really trying to drop points anytime soon, simply because they know they've got a tight title race to win. Obviously, Brighton, I do agree with what has been said. They will score because they're at home, but I still think Arsenal are going to win this comfortably. 3-1 Arsenal for me.
Yeah, agree with me. First partnership video. Hopefully there's some more. 2 games to go. Hopefully we get 3 in a row.
Mr. B, what do you reckon?
Oh, I don't know, really, Horace, because I mean, to be honest, our performance the other day, we actually frustrated Brighton. We frustrated the hell out of them. Okay, we didn't offer nothing up front. We were poor up front, nothing at all. But our defensive display was brilliant, and we stopped them really playing. I mean, they had shots from all over, long range and everything. It was going everywhere, high and everywhere. So, unlike us, Arsenal will have what it takes up front. They will have that threat. And I'm going to go 2-0 Arsenal for this one.
2 Arsenal, so clean sheet for them. I'm going to go with Brighton, and they concede a lot, man. I'm going 3-1 Arsenal. Brighton concede a lot, man. The Zerbi ball. I'm my close eyes on the Zerbi, man. Like, he's linked with Man United. So listen, I'm on fraud watch with the Zerbi. Let's see if he turns. If the Zerbi decides to turn up with his tactics, but let's see, man. Let's see, but it should be a good one.
Yeah, but listen, boys. If before.
Go on.
Go ahead, Stepsy.
No,
I was just saying. I was just saying that a lot of you are willing to write Brighton off and saying that this could be an easy defeat, but write them off at your peril. Last season, we were expected to beat them at the Emirates, and they creamed us 3-0. We all know what happened afterwards. Brighton is never an easy team for us to play. For a long time, our home record against them was absolutely pitiful, and this will be a game where our ex-Seagulls, Benny Blanco and Leandro Trossard, should be expected to have good games. And I wouldn't be surprised if the Seagulls fans, get on their backs.
Yeah, you're a different team this season, aren't you, Manny? Arsenal. I think you can. I think you can win it this time.
I hope so.
Brighton concede a lot, man. Yeah, they concede a lot.
True, but listen, Verbruggen has also started to, become really improved of late. He's made some good saves. I know that, Mr. B, you don't really care much for Dutch goalkeepers, given your own Dutchman. And Verbruggen is also not really too much better, but he's younger and getting a little bit better. He made a fine save from Salah at Anfield, which was the difference between... Well, to be fair, mate, Flecken has been doing the business for the Dutch national team, so he's not too bad.
Yeah, gets clean sheet the other day, I suppose. That's something as well. So
Yep.
Russ,
Take whatever you can get.
Mm.
So I had predicted the win, but it will be tight. It won't be as straightforward as some of you are predicting. And right Brighton off at your peril, but I do think we will win. And it will be a test to see how far we've come. And if we are able to put in a professional performance with our strongest team, I can start to believe a little bit. But again, as I always say,
Manny believing.
I could start to believe. I said I could, but there is always many a slip.
Stop believing.
There is always many a slip between the cup and the lip.
But yeah, I think everyone had their predictions. Oh, next game. Manchester.
United.
Honestly.
A bit cold in here, you know. A bit cold in here, Horace.
Yeah, but a bit cold to see Brentford at the table, innit? I think it's cold to see where Brentford are on the table. Anyways, I'm joking. Mr. B knows
31
that.
shots, Horace. 31 shots.
Yeah, I know that, and I said that on my stream. But listen, Liverpool. I mean, how many goals do you want, Klopp? You can have 4 or 5, but I don't know, man. I'm not confident. I don't care if this is a dog.
Hasn't changed much. Still not confident.
I've had fans telling me, "Oh, but you beat them in the FA Cup. You should be confident." No, that's different. FA Cup, we only won because of Amad Diallo, and he still does not get minutes. So, but I don't know what's gonna happen in this game. Well, I do know what's gonna happen. They're gonna smack us, but Mr. B, what you doing, man? Take all the kids. But
that cow paws up again, Mr. B. That cow paws again.
Look, the school kids are coming for you.
Cowball on strike.
But look, Chelsea. If I was describing in 3 words yesterday, it was boom, boom, boom. You know, some boom, 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 and that was Chelsea.
Boys, we all know the song.
That was
No copyright.
Yeah, no copyright. That was Chelsea to us last night. So look,
Do you know my 3 words?
what is it?
Ice cold Palmer.
Yeah. You know it, Joe.
Yeah. I mean,
give us credit. Let's give us credit. He's showing his face. He's doing a good job.
who? No, I'm always, mate. I literally last season I did a match reaction to the 7-0 Liverpool. So look,
did you?
I'll always be here, win, lose or draw.
Might have to search up.
No.
You were fuming yesterday, Horace, weren't you, man? You were fuming.
Liverpool 7, Man U 0. Enter.
That's everything I need to say last night. Yeah, I'm sorry, but that Eric Ten Hag, I'm sorry, but I've lost faith in this guy. I swear, I have lost faith in him, man. I'm sorry. What?
You lost faith. 2 months ago, didn't you?
I mentioned in the beginning of the stream. Why are you bringing on McTominay? Just why?
Yeah, you did.
So yeah, for me, look, that's why I lost trust in him. Like you take off Casemiro, right? I get it. It was horrible. But why take him off and bring on McTominay where there's Amrabat, who he desperately wanted in the window? So if I'm being honest, we have apparently Varane is going to be out and Evans. So our only centre-back options, Maguire and the youngster Willy Kambala. So
there's people talking that Evans went off at the half time and the Chelsea game. They said that was a bad move.
Yeah.
Look, I heard.
If I was to put a score prediction for this game, Manchester 0, Liverpool 4. I'm telling you, we're going to get.
Why, got that bad?
We are getting by Liverpool. I know all Arsenal fans are going to be Sportman United on this day, but I'm sorry, but we're not going to beat Liverpool. If we do, it'll be same old United, lose to Chelsea and beat Liverpool next. But for me, I'm sorry, but I don't have belief in this team because, like I said to Mr. B so many times, yeah, where this team to beat Liverpool, then struggle against Brentford, then lose. So we're so inconsistent. Like, for me,
Yeah, man.
obviously, I've seen some silly quotes from Tenag, yeah, after the match saying, "Oh, we dominated. We should have won." What are you watching, mate? No, what? You're on the touchline, yeah, and then you're saying after the game, "We dominated. We should have won." Hang on a minute, mate. Hang on a minute. 3-2 up, and you tell your players to sit back. What kind of dominance is this? I'm sorry, but I already said on my Twitter, yeah, I tagged the NHS because I think Tenag is concussed. He needs to go to hospital, man. I'm sorry, but there's no way this guy thinks we actually dominate Chelsea. So, look, I'm going with a win. If anyone is going to back United, I'm going to come to everyone, but I just don't see United win. That's just my opinion. But Hannah,
you're giving Mr. B a run for his money with your rants, aren't you?
Hannah, what are you thinking, mate? What are you thinking?
I don't know. I think the previous game, the cup game, I don't think that was Tenag. Really, I think that was the players just said, well, they haven't killed the game off again, so do it, and then they go on to done it. I think Liverpool showed complacency and they haven't been at their best of late. But I still think they get it over the line. 2-1 to Liverpool.
Fair enough. Money.
Yep, I was mute and I was not going to have people pointing that out to me. Orest, I'm sorry to say this, son, but I think in as much as Hanno is right in saying that Liverpool were complacent in the FA Cup game against United and also a little bit complacent against Sheffield United last night, I do believe that they will reserve their better performances for this run-in, and this will be another of their better performances. They should be able to play a stronger team, which means having Konate and Virgil van Dijk in the centre of the defence, Joe Gomez at right back, where he belongs because he's right-footed. I despise the sight of right-footed guys playing at left back. I know you lot have had Dennis Irwin playing there for as long as you did, and he was, of course, really, really good. But he was, thrust there and did well. But if there are any Irish football fans in the chat, I'm sure they would at least understand my opinion that Steve Staunton was a better left back for Ireland than Dennis Irwin could ever have been, simply because Irwin couldn't overlap for Toffee. And if you have an inverted left back, right-footed, it just doesn't work. So Gomez to shift to the right, Robertson to come back on the left. He came on as a substitute and provided the assist for Gakpo's winner. And then, of course, as far as the rest of the team, it pretty much picks themselves as long as they have the players fit and injury-free. And the sad part is, I just don't know. Never mind the defense. I mean, now you're forced into a position where you sort of switch Wan-Bissaka and Diogo Dalot between left back and right back, and both of them are right-footed. And you saw how Dalot got cooked by Madueke for the penalty. So, and again, I know, I understand now why you despise Scott McTominay, but I think maybe you need to, if you hadn't have been so critical of him, he wouldn't have responded with that deflection. Maybe there's a part of me that thinks, all right.
But maybe put his body in, not his arm. McTominay, yeah. McTominay should have put his body, not his little arm, yeah. Put your body on the line.
All right. Defensively, he's not the best, and he's being played in the wrong position. So I just don't know if the only two the saving graces I can see right now are Alejandro Garnacho and Rasmus Højlund. Anthony also had a fine game last night where he cooked Mark Cucurella, but Andrew Robertson will be a different kettle of fish altogether. You try to come up with me, laddie, and I've got a nice I'll smite you all the way back to the Hebrides. Any Scots watching this, that was an awful take. that was an awful accent. I do apologize. I love the Scots, wonderful people. And I'm sorry. You know that I'm normally conservative with my predictions, but I'm going to predict a very heavy defeat. It should be 3-1 Liverpool.
3-1 Liverpool. Fair enough. Pepsi, what do you reckon?
I'll say a bit tight on that. I don't think Man United are going to get heavily beaten. I think they will get beat, but it won't be heavy. I think Man make it tough for them. I think it'll be similar to the same score on the FA Cup, except the other way around. Yeah, like Manny said, Robinson's back. And the only injuries they've got is Wallison's still up, but apart from that, they look full, and Arnold. But apart from that, they look pretty strong. Ganacho's goal the other night, where he beat Sanchez, Petrovic, brilliant. And we got to that before he did, was brilliant. They've always got that threat about getting in behind the defence, beating the keepers to the ball. Liverpool, on the other hand, have got bags of talent up front. Nunes, Salah, Diaz, Gakpo when he wants to come on. They've got bags of goals in them. It'd be a reverse fixture from the FA Cup. So I'm going Man United 2, Liverpool 3.
Orist is gone.
No, I'm back. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay, so so if Orist's not here, I think we'll have to go
I'm
to
back,
the next
I'm
one.
back.
Yeah,
He's back. He's back.
He's back.
Joel, what do you reckon?
I think, like you say, really, I think it's quite like you've literally got no centre backs now. Like you say, you got that Hamburg Bala. I think it was quite good actually in that game when he came in, actually. And then obviously you got Maguire again, didn't do too bad. Yeah, I can understand your frustration with McTominay, but it's you can tell it's just a mess at United, isn't it, at the moment? And just don't do our approach to spend $1 billion and get you nowhere. That's what I'm giving advice. But my score prediction, I think Liverpool, like Arsenal did sort of in midweek, they sort of rested some of their players. I mean, they gave Salah under an hour to play, and then he didn't do much, but then at least he's getting the fitness. And they didn't have Endo in there, and they put Joe Gomez when Robertson came on. So I'm going to say it'll be a close one, but I'm going to go Man U 1, Liverpool 2.
Fair enough. That's respectable. Theo, what do you reckon?
Well, I'm going to go with... Sorry, mate. I'm going to go with 2-1 Liverpool here because obviously Liverpool, they don't look like a team that's going to drop points at the moment. Obviously, with Klopp leaving in 7 games, they obviously going to want a big finish for him. And aside from that FA Cup slip-up a few weeks ago, I generally just don't see them dropping points. They look like a really scary team at the moment.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, this is Klopp's last game at Old Trafford. Yeah, if these shitbags don't turn up and perform, yeah, then there's gonna be another rant, yeah, and another time I have to edit this video. So you know I play it, yeah.
I get Mr. B's rant. I get Orist's rant.
Turn up, man. Turn up, will you? Anyway, Mr. B, your prediction for the game.
Right. Old Trafford, right? That pea comes down your head, right? And then from the roof, and you know. But I mean, it might just pee on United. I think I'm going to say. I'm sorry, Orist. I'm going to go 3-1 Liverpool here.
That's fine, man. That's fine.
Mr. B, I think you've pretty much given raining on the parade a new meaning there, and not for the best.
At least I'll give you 2 goals, Orist. At least I'll give you 2 goals.
Yeah. Look, for me, we need to win. Like, don't win. And yeah. Listen, I'm still doing the stream on Sunday after the match. I'll be live, so don't worry, guys.
Heard Hounslow is a special city for the fangirls.
What about one for Rob Edwards as well? Yeah.
Oh, he's got plenty. We'll injure some.
For me, Ten needs to get the spot. I put my lineups here. Please do not start McTominay in midfield. Please, I am begging you, Eric Ten Hag. Yeah, I'll literally fly to Netherlands and find where you live, mate. Because there's no way you start McTominay in a big game like this, last game for Klopp at Old Trafford, and you dare to start McTominay. So for me,
you know he's going to.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But anyways, we got 2 games left. Let's go quickly. So Sheffield United versus Chelsea. I'm saying 3-0. No, I'm joking. Let me go to the Chelsea fans first. So Hanno,
Chelsea come back down to earth.
go on, Hanno, mate.
I don't know. I think this has the potential to be a banana skin. I don't know what Jill thinks. Just feels like there's something that could happen in a bad way for us. But I still back us, especially after that one. But then I think we can use it as a stepping stone, not in the way we perform, but just like the good vibe, carry that on into other games. So yeah, I'm going to go for 3-1-1.
Go.
Yeah, like Hannah says, it's one of those really. It wouldn't surprise me if it's like, we draw to get 10-man Burnley to rule, and then we beat United. But I don't know why. I feel like you said, we're going to be on form, hopefully. And I hope that for the first time, Fulham and Arsenal do us a favour. And we go from there. But I'm going to go Sheffield United 2, Chelsea 4.
Oh, okay. 4 goals. Fair enough. So 6 goals in that match. Okay. Manny, what do you reckon?
Sheffield United 2, Chelsea 3. I don't want to speak too much about it. I think Chelsea will huff and puff and finally end the Blades' resistance, but the Blades will once again really make things difficult.
Fair enough. Stepsy?
Yeah, I don't think Sheffield United got any fight left in them after losing to the Paul Stone games. Sheffield United 0, Chelsea 3.
We know Chelsea. Theo?
I hate to say this, but I'm going to have to go with 3-0 Chelsea as well, because unless you play awful away from home like we do, then you should be taking easily 3 points against a team like Sheffield United, because I don't really see them staying up. But yeah, 3-0 Chelsea. Hopefully,
your best friend.
Hopefully Sheffield United win. It won't happen, but hopefully they do. Fingers crossed.
Oh, friends! friends.
All right, enough's enough. Let's move on.
Mr. B, Mr. B.
4-0 Sheffield United. No, I'm not. That's a joke. No, I don't think it'll be another 4-3, will it, Horace? Hanno, sorry, and Joe. It won't be another 4-3, will it? No, I think it'd be 3-0 Chelsea. I'm going.
Fair enough. Would Chelsea Wednesday? Yeah, last game of last game of this weekend. We do have Tottenham versus Nottingham Forest. Obviously, Stepsy is gonna keep an eye on this one because he needs to win one.
Forest.
Shut up.
No,
He's
for
about
me,
to grow this game.
I'm gonna. It's too much score prediction. I'm gonna go with 3-1 Tottenham. 3-1 Tottenham for me. 3-1 Tottenham win for me. Hanno.
2-1 Spurs.
Prediction, friend.
Manny.
I concur with Hanno. 2-1 to the Spurs.
Pepsi.
No, go lost.
All right, Joe.
3-1 Spurs.
3-1 Spurs. Fair enough. Theo.
Now, what I'm going to say, I think will surprise a lot of people, but I'm going to go with 2-2 Forest simply because they're fighting to stay up. So I think it's going to happen where they turn into fucking prime Barcelona.
No, not my friend anymore.
Excuse my language, but I think they're going to. I think they're really fighting to stay up, so they're gonna. So 2-2. They really want to stay up.
So does everyone else.
Yeah.
What's funny is when Stephen was like a cow for a second, and went moo.
All the other one.
Fair enough. Okay, Mr. B.
I don't know really. I mean Spurs that sometimes they do have some bad results, and lately, what was the one the other day they lost? They lost. What was that? Was it Fulham? They lost.
Yep,
Yeah, they lost
Fulham.
3-0 to Fulham.
Yeah.
Yes, it was Fulham. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah. So I got a feeling Forest could get a result. I think it's going to be a shock here. I'm going to go 2-1 Forest for this.
Boy.
Of course he
I
does.
just think they could. I'm just going to.
It was going
go
so well.
shock,
And you know what? For multiple reasons, that would suit me just fine.
Mr. B goes in proportion. It goes so well.
Well, they're still going to get points deducted, so it won't matter, will it? Let's be honest. So,
Yeah, man.
Oh no.
Dempsey,
what happens?
Dempsey, what's your
Spurs 3, Forest 2.
3-2 Tottenham win? Fair enough. It would be funny if Forest. I mean, it wouldn't be funny because Spurs, we know they like to bottle stuff.
Right,
So
yeah, if Forest okay. For you lot, it would be funny if Forest won. It would be fucking hell for me if they lost. If they win. There's a difference there.
That's a EU
Bad
problem.
week.
but let's wrap up now.
Forest Smith, how about Forest Smith?
Let's get people to shout out the socials. Let's start off with. I don't know who to start with. Let's start with Hannah first. Thank you for your
Yeah, be up for us for having me on. Socials. Of course, YouTube there, Coach's Corner. Road to big 700. But do make sure to subscribe. Get a rest to 500. Long overdue. Instagram, Hanu_Coach_Corner. Twitter, Hanu70830030, and then TikTok, Coach Corner 1. So yeah, be up yourselves. And yeah, up the Chels. Cole Palmer for the Ballon d'Or.
Shut up.
Let's go, Palmer.
Annie.
Yeah, obviously, big up to Oris, big up to Hanno, big up to the panel. Catch me on, obviously, Mr. B talks England cricket, Mr. B Hive football occasionally. Also, Oris talks football, Hanno Coach's Corner, Del Boy Gunner TV. Also, up the cherries in all departments. Rich Sports, Football United, Tony Claude Gunner TV, Danny AFC TV. Northside LDN, and a few other channels that I can't really name at present, but always good to be on these streams. And again, nothing much else to say except thanks a lot to people who joined in the chat. And a final reminder: let's keep things respectful as possible. Trying to cut down on the the banter and the snide, and let's treat each other better the way we'd like to be treated. And I do have to rush off, so as usual, goodbye to everyone. God bless. Stay safe. Stay happy. Have yourselves a good weekend, and as usual, don't do anything that the panel and I wouldn't do. Cheers, everyone.
Joe, where can we find you?
Yeah, find me on Instagram, Joe Tier on the Instagram. I've also got my YouTube channel as well. Big thank you for Orest as well on my debut on his channel. Big up on him on that. Big up to all the rest of the panel. When Manny says about doing something bantery, but I can't promise I am for the banter, and I will probably do something a lot opposite. But yeah, football prediction, friends. That's me over and out.
Yeah, big up to you. Dipsy, big up to you, mate. Where can we...
Big up, Horace. Thanks for having me, buddy. You find me usually floating around some channels. Obviously, you can find me on Hannah's channel, Coach's Corner. Find me on Wolfie's channel. Find me on Football Bantz's channel. I'll be on there quite a bit this weekend to do a lot of watch-ons for him. With me. Hopefully we're going to do a big WrestleMania weekend this weekend because it's WrestleMania weekend. So hopefully we'll big stream somewhere on there. Hopefully Alex can sort it out. And Joe, hopefully you can join us after you've been partying with your friends and that. So hopefully you can join us. Hi, friends. On Mr. B's channel, so he'll talk to you in a minute. And yeah, look after all the weekend's football. Lots to come up. Obviously, tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, obviously 3 o'clock, and then Sunday there's a big load of football. And yeah, just enjoy it and enjoy the rest of the weekend, guys.
Yeah, big up to
Big
big
up
up
to
to you on
Town.
your. Where can we
Yeah,
find you?
Yeah,
Big
thanks
up,
for
big
letting
up,
me
big
on this for a start. And if you want to find my socials, I'll make this quick. You can find me on Twitter at TheoBFFC. I'm also on Insta at TheoBoston23. And yeah, I have a TikTok, but I barely post on it, so there's no point following that.
Cool friends.
Mr.
All right,
D.
take care, lads. West London friends. All right,
I'm
see you
in
in a bit.
Stephen Live 182, listening live on
Yeah,
football
see you in a
chat.
bit.
And yeah, thanks everyone. Thanks Horace for letting me on here. I know you're well gutted about yesterday. I can understand that, but you did play better against Chelsea. I thought you actually done well, and you only just lost, so don't worry about it. But you know, thanks to old ice cold Palmer. But anyway, but you know, so I've got the preview out, of course, for the Aston Villa game, which is tomorrow. So hopefully we can do something. I'm really hoping we can get a win. I'm being positive. I know no one else thinks we can win. I know you'll go for Villa, but you know, I don't know. You never know. The Premiership is a funny old thing, isn't it? So you know, we could get a win. Tony might just turn up with a double. Who knows? So I'm hoping. And anyway, I'll do a review probably Sunday for it. So. And also I'm doing a review for the women's cricket as well again. So hopefully they'll win and make it 3-0. So I'm doing that on Mr. B Chat's England Cricket. So anyway, thanks again, guys, and thanks to all the lads on there. Thanks, everyone. And until next time, we're out of here. Bye.
Oh, cricket friends.
Yeah,
just on to it, right? I've got Instagram, Sepsy Boy, and Twitter or X, as Elon Musk calls it, Sepsy Boy 82.
You're the sepsy boy.
Make sure you guys big up to debut. Go and VO for today. Big up to you two. Yeah, it's been a good stream.
Watch the cricket.
If you've missed my rant yesterday, make sure you go check out my rant yesterday. Listen, I don't have
you went off on one yesterday, Horace, didn't you?
I
Went
really
off on
don't.
one, mate.
I really don't. I just say how it is, really. So, yeah. And then, you know what's funny, yeah? After I ended the stream yesterday, I had people saying on my DM on Instagram, why are you Ten Hag out? Why are you so negative? Oh, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, no, after you were on there with JPT, was it?
Yeah, so after the stream, yeah, I got so many. I think it's people that I don't even. That are not even on here, man. Like, if I was to have a debate, just come on.
JBT was on there, wasn't he? Chelsea fan JBT was on there, wasn't he?
Was there? JBT was there, and the United corner as well. So make sure you check out yesterday's stream. Also, big up to Hannah Channel for getting 600 subs. So a little clap for there. Well done, man.
Yeah, well done, bro.
600 subscribers.
Big up.
Brilliant.
That's more than what City fans getting on stage. So big up to yourself.
Should we unsubscribe and then get it down to 400 go up again?
He deserves his paycheck from YouTube. So
subscribe again. I would do that, Dan.
Listen,
I like it too much.
Let's see the results for this weekend. Will Luton win? Will Brentford get a result at Villa Park? Will Chelsea struggle at Sheffield United? Will United get? I'm not going to say the word, but will United get 7-0 again? You never know, but we will see. But there will definitely be a match reaction on Sunday, so make sure you tune in for that one. Yeah, we are out. Peace.
Yeah. I'm from the middle finger, I'm from the